Well, hello everybody, this is Jasmine Gonzalez. Welcome to my channel. Today is Thursday, and I have a class today, but I wanted to show my love for racing video games. And this weekend we have Formula One coming up, beginning the season of 2024. I wanted to show some of the games that I have for PS4 and one that I purchased recently. Um, I like Formula One. I like IndyCar. I'm not a big fan of NASCAR, but now I'm beginning to get interest in NASCAR because I discovered something interesting with NASCAR. But let me show you my games that I have. So I have a bunch of games. This is for PS2. I found out the Goodwill store. It's Gran Turismo 3, and I've been playing it a little bit. Um, Formula One 2022. This is fun to play, but you need to really suggest getting a wheel to be able to control the car. NASCAR Ignition. I purchased this one to see if I could become interested in NASCAR, but the playability of this game is just bad. It's really bad. Even with the wheel, I found myself spinning many times. Grid Legends is a fun one. It lets you drive different vehicles. Um, and the story mode is quite fun to watch. The story mode, it feels like you're watching a documentary. Definitely recommended. My favorite racing video game is The Crew 2. Not affiliated with any major organization of motorsports. This is just like different kind of racing, street racing, motocross, speedboats, planes. I do like this game a lot. This is a great game in my opinion. Different tracks, different places where you can race, different competitions that they do. I do like it. I do like playing this game a lot. That's one of my favorites. Speedboats. You can race speedboats. Like racing speedboats remind me of the game Hydro Thunder. So yeah, and of course I ended up purchasing this one. Bus driver simulator. You drive a bus around the city and you go picking up people, and yeah, uh, it's an okay game. Honestly, I have no regrets getting this one. But recently, and I have a uh, Nintendo Switch Lite. Don't have didn't have the money to purchase a whole Nintendo Switch, so I purchased this one on the cheap back in around 2020. Around 2020, and I gotta admit this is a fun game system to play. And I got the new NASCAR game. It's called NASCAR Rivals for Nintendo Switch, and I changed a little bit the setting. You tried with a ignition throttle. It was the bottom here in the bottom, and the brakes were this way. So I changed it. I put the throttle control on the joystick, give me more versatility. And this one here controls the wheel. One of my favorite. So they have road courses, and that's something interesting that I didn't know about NASCAR, and that's why I'm now beginning to feel an interest in watching NASCAR, especially with the road courses. Not a big fan of the ovals. Ovals for me seem a little bit boring, in my opinion. Even though IndyCar races in ovals sometimes, I'm not a big fan of the ovals. I admit it. Um, Circuit of the Americas is in here for NASCAR, and Circuit of the Americas they do Formula One racing there, And I played this one the other day. Really enjoyed it. Very interesting circuit. Um, haven't played this one yet, Darlington. Daytona 500. We know the Daytona 500 race just was run 2 weeks ago. Dover, Homestead, Miami, Indianapolis Roval. This is in Indianapolis, Indiana. This one's an okay, honestly, and I had never played this one. Kansas, Las Vegas. Again, not a big fan of the ovals, but is there? Martinsville, I don't know where that is. Michigan, and Nashville, New Hampshire, Phoenix Raceway, Pocono, which is I know it's in Pennsylvania. Um, it's an interesting track, honestly, because it's not technically an oval. It's like a triangle. Richmond and Road America. Let me play this one. And then Sonoma. And you can see these tracks, the Sonoma and Road America. They are different. They're from the ovals, and I think that's what I. This is Sonoma. This is Road America, and they are different. I think that's what I like about the what I'm seeing here with NASCAR. Sorry, the light here is just awful. So, in Talladega, Texas, Watkins Glen. This one's in New York. I know that Watkins Glen is a speedway. I never been to Watkins Glen. I met it. I don't know much about Watkins Glen. If I had the chance, I would love to go someday. I don't know. Um, this is Worldwide Technology Raceway. But yeah, but these are the tracks that you can play. I'm going to play a little bit of the. You know what? Let me go to Watkins Glen. Actually, hmm. Strike Road America. I never been to that. I never played that one. So let's choose that one. So yeah. I already choose the driver. The driver is going to be Suarez, who won the Atlanta race this past weekend. And again, I'm using my to control the car. I'm using this the throttle. This one control the throttle. This one control the direction. So let me increase the volume a little bit. I just don't want to get in trouble with the music. So but all right, so let's click continue. Let's start practice. So it goes practice, qualifying, and then the actual race. And you can play different views. Make sure all the views, car. You can be inside the car. This is an interesting view. I like this view. It's quite interesting. You get to be feel like you are inside the car, and it's quite interesting too because it's a little bit more complicated to manage the car, in my opinion. I like this view better to an extent because I can see the front of the car, um, and it lets me control like what's around, and I can see the back of the car in the top. You can see the rearview mirror. I also like this view too, the one that is you can see the car. For whatever reason, I like this view better than view. So I'm going to go with this one for now. And I never driven through this track, so let's hope that I don't crash. But let's go around the track. So again, I'm using the throttle control, this one. So let's do this. Seems to be like a small um, racing venue. And it's like how many cars you can put on this one? Yeah, I prefer to have a wheel. I purchased a wheel for PS4. Makes playing racing games a little bit more easier, in my opinion. But I don't mind using controllers um, to play. got out of the tracks in there. 219. That's I needed to qualify to be able to qualify. So that's not bad. I'm going to end the practice right here. But yeah, this is a very interesting game. I do like it. You can configure the Joy-Con again. For me, what works is like using the the joystick on this side as to control the throttle and the acceleration, and then on this side you control the way the car goes. It's a very interesting game. I'm surprised for NASCAR. It seems really cool. Again, it's a car and you're just running around the tracks. I like the fact that there's variability in this game between ovals and road courses, which is great in my opinion. I think I'm going to be looking for those races that NASCAR is going to be doing this year on the road courses, because for me those are more interesting than just watching the cars going in an oval. I do like IndyCar, and I know that IndyCar they also do ovals. The Indy 500 is running an oval. The feeling is different. IndyCar racing in an oval is way more faster, in my opinion, than the NASCAR, and that's why I like watching them. But in a road course is quite interesting, and I do like the road courses and also the city Grand Prix. Um, I don't think NASCAR do a lot of like city racing. If they do at some point, I will be watching those too. But like, I think I'm going to be looking forward to the road courses that they have on the schedule, because it seems that it's going to be fun to watch the NASCAR cars going through the road courses, honestly. And I like this road courses, similar to Formula One. And again, this weekend, Formula One, for those that are a fan, I'm a big fan of Formula One. So this weekend is the opening race of the season of the 2024. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting season for Formula One, and I don't know if Red Bull is going to retain the title, but they do have a good car, and they do have the two best drivers in the world, Checo Perez and Max Verstappen. I prefer the Hispanic drivers because I'm Puerto Rican myself, so I hope that Checo Perez wins the race in Bahrain, but we'll see. The calendar is the Formula One is just beginning the season, and who knows what's going to happen. Anyway, that's all I got. Bye, everybody, and I see you in the next video blog.